Hello guys, welcome to another video with curiosities from Game of Thrones. Now we are going to see Season 3. So let's start with the encampment of the Wildlings. Whoa, nice. The first episode starts with this huge encampment of the Wildlings, with lots of people blazing. But once again I scratch my head with an overflowing curiosity. So many people, and once again in such a frozen land. How do they survive there, and what kind of hunt they can get to feed all that crowd? Well, but it's fine. That's fine. It seems they may have tens of hundreds scattered around, hunting. Well, but the worst is that there are some bad guys around too, but it doesn't matter. I think those folks are tough enough to fight Deadwalkers. Yeah, I think so. And now let's take a look at the white horse of Daenerys Targaryen. Ah, another white horse? And so much alike with the white horse offered by her deceased husband Drogo, who died. Okay, horses can be very similar, but finding another white horse for Daenerys Targaryen it's a funny curiosity, especially one that is so alike the other. That's a fantastic coincidence, no doubt. And again, the Targaryen, and now with her mob. Another interesting surviving question. Daenerys Targaryen has 8,000 soldiers and a huge amount of released slaves following her. They travel great distances for many days, and once again, how do they feed all that mob? Did they eat just herbs, fruits, and drink water? What kind of hunt do they would have? But there is. Did they bring some fishing poles with them? It's curious. Slaves and soldiers that went. How did they manage to get so many stamina to travel great distances? Without any doubts, really those were people with great vigor. And once again Daenerys Targaryen, now with an outstanding encampment. What a great encampment, fantastic. With all those people, but no, I'm not going to talk about food again, okay? But it's in this episode when Daenerys is by the doors of Yunkai, the Yellow City, and we watch the they built, especially the majestic tent of hers, which with a couch, pillows, chairs, and the silver jar and the silver cup with wine for her guest of honor. Whoa! So, how do they get all those things? And how do they carry all those adornments? In previous episodes, we watched all that mob traveling on foot with some horses and so, but we didn't see couches, chairs, etc. Without any question, she could have been shopping in some nearby store. I just wonder. Well, I said I won't talk about food again, but I can't resist. At the end of the 10th episode, Daenerys frees another countless mob of slaves, and everyone acclaim her. Well, without any doubts, a brutal footage with all credits given to HBO. Wonderful. But once again, what now? Well, we already had thousands followers, including her soldiers, and now we have more thousands joining the mob. Hmm. But the fact is that the number of mouths to feed is growing tall. How do they... Okay, you all know this question. Well, that was a season with fantastic and curious scenes, especially regarding Daenerys Targaryen and her mob. Well, what a great woman indeed, in all aspects. Well, she really must get her seat on the Iron Throne in King's Landing, no doubt. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back soon for Season 4. If you have any curiosities to share, please feel free to write them on the comments below. And you can also read this article in our blog outformind.com.